Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the GC Informer, GameCast's very own news program. I'm your host for today, Mark, also known as Koistorch. First up, the latest Tomb Raider game is about to be officially revealed. At the time of writing this news, a small teaser trailer has been leaked showing a small snippet of what's to come. The game will be titled Shadow of the Tomb Raider and will launch September 14th on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. Of course, this is only if the leaked trailer is true, but it seems very likely. It's also rumoured to be the last in this reboot trilogy as a way to wrap up Lara's origin story. Whether or not there will be more games after this is still up in the air. I really like the reboot Tomb Raider games and I've been eagerly awaiting another release. Rough news for Animal Crossing mobile fans, as the latest in-game theme will bleed your wallet. In-game purchases and microtransactions, as annoying as they are, have pretty much become standard practice, especially when looking at mobile and free-to-play games. It's also not too big of a deal at times, as they usually tend to focus on the micro part, as these transactions only run a few dollars. However, for Animal Crossing, the new underwater theme not only comes in separate packs for foreground, background and so on, but it can only be bought with the game's premium currency, and all pieces together cost just over 1,000 Leaf tickets. If players want to buy the theme outright instead of very slowly saving enough tickets, it'll cost around $40 US, £38 or 51 Australian dollars. That's a lot to spend on just cosmetics. Hopefully the price will be adjusted because it just seems a little off to me. I'm usually pretty passive when microtransactions don't affect gameplay, but their price point still needs to be within reason. Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is now available for iOS and Android devices. Lastly, we have a bunch of update information for Monster Hunter World. On March 22nd, Monster Hunter World will receive its first major balance update. This will include balance changes to all weapon types, and I'll leave a link in the description for those changes. Load times are also being improved too, along with an anti-griefing method, as players cannot interrupt other players when they are carving anymore. Along with this update, players will also finally receive their first free DLC monster, the Devilio, or Joe, whatever you want to call it. Players will first unlock a quest to fight the monster after they have completed the Unknown Raytheon quest string. I'm glad to see an old monster returning for this entry, however I think it's a little bare, as players will probably grind all of its materials within its day of release. If Capcom wanted players to stick around longer, they would have introduced a few monsters as well as a new environment to liven things up a bit. After all, we do kind of need an icy area to round out the diversity in this Monster Hunter. Next, Monster Hunter World will be getting even more Capcom Crossover outfits and gear. Dante from Devil May Cry will be making an appearance in the form of a full skin that can be equipped much like Ryu and Aloy. Along with this, you'll also be able to earn a special charge blade that replaces the shield component with some neat magic effects. It makes powering up your sword look cooler too, which is nice. There will also be new emotes added via DLC specific to Devil May Cry, and much like the Hadouken and Shoryuken, Dante's Ebony and Ivory Flurry will deal slight damage to enemies. The Mega Man Palico collaboration outfit has been given a release date on April 13th. Changing weapon will also change what classic Mega Man tune is played in battle, which is a nice touch. And finally, the first major seasonal event, the Astera Festival, has been revealed and will start on April 6th and last until April 20th. The Gathering Hub will get a Spring Festival makeover with NPCs wearing appropriately festive outfits for the duration of the event. Previous event items will be repeated during this festival, and new meals and specific event tickets, including one that can change your character's gender and appearance, will be available for both free and paid methods. There will also be an event greatsword called Wyvern Ignition, which is basically a greatsword with a rocket attached to it. And that's all the time we have for today's news. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please let us know what you thought of today's topics in the comments below. If you'd like to see more from me, you can find me right here as part of the review team or over at Arisen Culture. Until next time, bye!